in different states or whatever. I think it'd have been cool though. I think I want to do this. I want to hit those states that don't nobody really talk about like that, like Kentucky, Kansas, Nebraska. I'm sure it's dudes out there that's on the same thing we on. You know what I'm saying? Just you don't hear from these places like that. Like, what rapper really came out hollering about? Oh man, I'm from Omaha. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how you rhyme Omaha.
Right, right, right. Unless you
but
Peyton Manning on the football field calling the audible,
right,
but
right, right. Like, I mean,
yeah,
but places like that, places like, I mean, uh Iowa. Like, and see, I use Iowa, but Iowa might be a I places like Iowa, Wisconsin, they're not like they are truthfully, because I've seen it where a lot of gangsters from Chicago, they running hot in places like Milwaukee. Uh-oh. Is it getting technical
well,
already?
yeah, yeah. I know some folks from Milwaukee, and I do know some. I know some people who live in Chicago, and I know people who are related to people that live in Chicago that are from doggone that live now in Davenport, Iowa, and everybody is saying the same thing. One thing about it is it's so interesting, man. You know, there was a time when you could get on the MARTA train, you could go anywhere, and when you seen a brother, it was like this, like nod of acknowledgement per se, of just like an affirming acknowledgement, and it's like that about these things that we're about to talk about.
Oh,
Everybody's saying
absolutely.
the same
Like
thing.
the brothers have this, it's the whole unspoken unity is there. Just okay, go to the quick trip and open the door for another black man. Hey, appreciate it, brother. No doubt, bro. It ain't
Yeah,
like dang, it ain't no damn nigga move out my way, goddamn. Bump
man.
into
Listen,
a you bump into a brother back in the day, might have scuffed his shoes or whatever. Oh, my bad, dog. Fuck you, me, $200 shoot. Now it's like, oh my bad, bro. You're like, no, 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 you good, bro. Man, these shit's old. You know what I'm saying? Like, the brothers have really, the shift that you always talk about, that shift is happening with the brothers as we
oh, well,
speak, to where
black men have thoroughly understood and realized now that we are really all that kind of we have right now, and I talked about
facts.
it in Death by a Thousand Cuts, and it's there's a unity amongst black men because even while identifying as conservative, I go into these barbershops in Atlanta and we always walk out realizing that we have more in common than not, man. And
That's what I'm
it
saying.
it is such a powerful thing, man, because it's like this: you go in with one agenda, and then you get something else. It's like the guy that went to church that day, man, looking for that girl, and he ends up getting saved, right? You know what I'm saying? In the process, and I'm saying that to say that uh, we went in there on one mission, and then we did the Spider-Man. He's like, "It's you." No, it's you, right? And so the love and the respect, even if we don't have the same, we all want the same thing, man. And sometimes we are just like looking at labels, and we all pretty much disagree with the same things, and it's phenomenal, man. It's changed my life. I had a wonderful lunch today. Are we live now?
Dude, we've been live for 4 minutes.
Oh,
And that
oh,
and that's how I like to start the lives, just catching us in a random general conversation. But I mean, it was flowing though. So, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Before I jump into the intro, man, goddamn, but no, tell us about this lunch though.
So, with some educators, and as you know, I know you're an educator. They are educators. Notice I
Yep, what's
have a
up?
number two pencil. You know what I mean? I have to make it relevant. But I had um, I had a conversation with some women today. One white, one was Hispanic, and
Interesting.
you know, I told them all about my life, and I thought they were part of a foundation, and they heard about what we were doing in Atlanta, and they wanted to be a part of it. But in a sense of the
About
local, huh?
which part about what's going on in Atlanta? because
Well,
you do a lot of stuff in this city, bro.
yeah, well, we're attempting to, of course, as you know, make Fulton County conservative, and
Interesting.
and they said it can't be done, but I said it can be done. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to use the federal election because people vote down ballot. Should I do it now or wait? Go ahead,
Um,
buy me some time.
whenever you're ready. Well, shoot, y'all know what we are. Y'all know what's going on, or maybe y'all don't. But it's Tuesday night, and it's this thing of ours with your host, your favorite DJ. I know I'm your favorite DJ because I told you that. Two-time ATL's hottest DJ, the God DJ Agony, also known as Dr. Dope. Well, my motto was simple: on the building. Big shouts out to my boy Laris Hodges, who's checking in with me tonight. He doing some technical things on his side right now, getting the word out there. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, where sometimes it's easy as a click at a copy and paste or click of the share button, man. That's what we do. We get the word out there. And the thing is, my boy got the word to the streets. Like, if y'all ain't seen his videos, he's out there on the corner of where we met, right there at MLK and Laurie. You know what I'm saying? I wish I still remembered the address. It was something, something, something MLK.
Well,
Um,
I'm sorry, Agnew, we just know how to get there, and it's right
it's
across.
one it's one of them things in Atlanta. Like, if you here's the thing, how you know somebody's truly from Atlanta. If I say, yo, meet me here, and they say, okay, send me the address. You ain't from here.
Right. You should be able to just say across from Johnny M's Pizza or the JR Crickets right there in MLK or Mr. Everything.
Boom.
But
Johnny M's. Johnny M's was the first spot I ever went to that had turkey pepperoni and chicken sausage.
yeah, do you know
The
I used to bartend at Johnny M's, man?
Seriously?
Seriously. Yeah, I bartended I'm starting to show my age. Let's not talk about that. But yes,
Hey,
it,
back when that place that we met at was, what was it? GMB, and it was a club.
correct. Yeah, and so I will say this. I say while we're kicking it off to that point about the lunch, I had put a post up. And I told people, I said, all the men agree with it. I said, we just all need to downsize, move back off Candler Road, Wesley Chapel, and Panola Road, and just all start over because the key to this game now is going to be changing the way that we live. And for whatever reason, there's a portion of our population that is resistant to that. And I think that that's going to play into when we talk about Joe Smith's wife and these other things because we're getting to a point to where we're doing too much for money. And people say, well, it's not safe over there and this, that, and other. But see, you have to understand, first and foremost, at our age, 42 and you're 40, one or 40. But
I'm
at
39. I'll be 40 in about 2 weeks. Literally 2 weeks. 2 weeks to the day.
okay, at our age, hell, we ain't got no beef with people our age because we've already all fought each other. Oh yeah, you remember that time we got to fight, man?
Ah, man, yeah, man, whoop
So,
your ass. You whoop my head, nigga. I ain't got them.
yeah, right. What I mean, you might get a few rematches and out there here and there, but what I'm trying to say is that essentially, that it would be a very safe neighborhood if it was a bunch of 40-plus-year-old men over there. You wouldn't even need the police.
That's true. That's
Wouldn't need
true.
it
That's true.
because
Let me
20
take.
year old men, they 20-year-old men e-thug. They're e-thuggers. So I'm saying that to say, whoa,
I
there
got
we
my
go. Yeah.
I got my brother Groove in the building. What's going on with you, bro? Tell these folks who you is, just in case they've been living under a rock for a minute. Let these folks know who you is and what you does.
Hey man, this is your boy Black Sean Groove, man, from Houston, Texas, man. Much love to the A. Shout out to everybody, man. Know what I'm saying? Podcaster, street culture, entertainment, man. Y'all check me out here on YouTube.
Absolutely,
Got to do
absolutely,
that.
man.
Got to, man. Good to have you aboard.
Absolutely, man. And that's what I'm saying, man.
Appreciate
Yo,
it.
we was before we before we got deep into this conversation, we was talking about how the word spreading, and we were talking about particularly the Midwest, where we talking about Kansas, Kentucky, Nebraska, going up into Iowa, Milwaukee.
Gosh.
Word spreading about what's going on here in the city on more so than just hookah bars and fucking twerk brunches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a big movement going on, and my brother done dropped his phone 3 times. So, but he gonna be back. He gonna pop up in the bottom. But he's really pushing an agenda right now that's is gonna catch fire and it's gonna
Oh,
make some noise. And
hold on. Wait,
so
hold on. What exactly y'all talking about?
here you go. He coming back. Ah, there you go.
Yeah. And so, yeah, absolutely.
Hodges.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's very true. I mean, and what we're doing with this conservative movement is that it's really just about us taking back control of our homes, man, and getting the order back in our society because the fundamental building block of any community is the family, and there's a side that has deliberately pushed us out, and these men, the men these days, us, this generation, are probably some of the strongest black men because the reality of things is that, and I hate to put, I'm not going to put the older generation down because they did a lot of laboring, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, when it came to talking, they believed in Western cliches, and I believe us three, we are all against Western society and Western culture. And Western culture teaches a suppression of speech. It teaches that it is not masculine to speak because we couldn't all be podcasters if we believed in that. Like we're taught that we have to be quiet or et cetera, et cetera. And so I'm saying that to say that we understand the importance of, excuse me, let me slide over this way, the importance of letting our voice be heard. That's why we're doing what we're doing right now. We're not we're not weak. We're not emotional, but we're talking because the suppression is expressed in other ways that are not good for our community. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because when we
that's real.
suppress, then we cannot effectively be good men to our women because we don't talk about, we don't like what you're doing, you know what I mean? And so there's a lot of things that are changing, and I had put up the guy who I didn't, I got, boy, woo, man, sister got upset yesterday when I put up that thing about the guy who did Why Did I Get Married To, or Why Did I Get Married,
Tyler
and you
Perry.
know he's married to an Asian woman, and
Well,
I tried.
the dude from the what was it? Oh damn. The dude that played in Lockdown, played in the Wood.
He
Oh,
right, exactly.
Richard T. Jones.
Correct. And
Richard
he
T.
was
Jones,
putting
yeah.
down in the movie he was putting down Jill Scott. You know, and I said
Oh, right,
Tyler
yeah.
Perry, he's just as he's a feminist as a man and probably a homosexual. But I said that's the reality of things that he's made a living off of being demagogical and playing off of the emotions of women. There's nothing wrong with being gay. There's something wrong with being gay and then acting like you're not gay. Just be what you are. If you're gonna do that, and you like to get your butt banged out. I mean, then you just need to say that. That's what you're into, But yeah,
God
you
damn
know,
it. God damn it. Hold on, wait a minute. I know
Hey,
I'm messing up.
like my dude Corey Holcomb called them backdoorians.
right? Just say, hey, man, this is
I know
this.
I was messing up. There we go. Okay, go
Okay, yeah.
ahead. I just
But yeah, if that's what you want to do, then do that. But don't try to, And what I'm saying is that he's profiting off of the emotions
profiting.
of black
That's
women,
the key
and
word.
he's helping to create the problems that we're dealing with today. And this is why you see, what's his name? Was it Chris? What's his name? Jones. What's his name? You
Richard,
just said it, my brother.
Oh, Richard T.
Richard T.
Jones.
Jones.
Richard T. Jones, because when we get into this, and it's sad, man. It hurts really bad, man. We talk about this stuff. I've been talking about it for 7 years. You know, we have been. See, they think that we don't like black women. They think that, but why would you not? If you're willing to fight with black women, that means you love black women. If you're willing to stand here and have these discussions, but I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you. I don't know, man. I'm starting to get tired. When I stop talking, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder if it's even possible, man. You
Hey,
know,
check it
but
out though. This is the thing I've noticed though lately that I've just been noticing as far as that goes. Far as like black men suppressing what they feel. This is what I've noticed. Women will say shit like, fellas, be more emotionally available to us, or be more open to us, you know what I'm saying, be more vulnerable. But when you do speak up and say something, then suddenly it's, oh, you acting like a bitch, or oh, you complain, like, you know what I'm saying. That's the type of shit that really irritates me, because I'm like, if y'all want us to be open and be vulnerable, why every time we do say something and express how we really feel, we sounded like a bitch? Or if we don't approve of homosexual activity, we're not talking down on it, but if a nigga don't approve of it, or you're homophobic, or you're against the gay community. You know what I'm saying? It's always something every time we try to speak up.
I'm
well,
gonna
my
be
brother,
honest with you,
that's a very good point.
to add on to that groove. Not only is it not a space, it's not creating a safe space to be emotionally open to a woman. But wait till the next argument and see when you thought you were being vulnerable, it actually became ammo.
Well,
Exactly.
and what the brother from Houston is saying is very true, man. Because I saw something on Instagram, man, that had blew me away, man. And the guy was like, he's like, man, you can't catch a break, man. He's like, man, if you watch your homeboy go in the house to make sure something don't happen to him, if y'all driving back from a party or something, then you gay. It's just like he said, man. It doesn't matter what you do. I mean, you can't do anything. And the thing is that I explained to a sister earlier. I said, they think that that we're putting them down when people go to other nationalities. But you have to understand, like right now, like I said, the Kardashians helped usher it in. The mother and all of them, but Courtney, and even the son. Like I said, he dated Black China. They have a fetish for black people, and what's happening is that if you saw my DMs, like, man, it's women of all nationalities that are aggressive because of the bad things that have been said on these love and hip hop shows about black men and how we've been put down. Other women of nationalities are seeing this stuff, man, and they're like, you know what? If when I was in Philly, to your point, Abby,
Mm-hmm.
I sat there with three white women, man, and they ain't regular white women from Europe. And they said,
Uh,
I don't get it. They said they got some of the most beautiful men, and all they do is put them down.
and
And now they're
these are
aggressively
European
coming
women.
after black men.
No, go back to what you said. These are European women now, not just regular white women from Sandy Springs.
We're talking about Belgium, Greece, the places like that. I mean, I was up there, man. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So I'm saying that to say this is a reality, man, that people, you got to think about it. Black men are some of the not just best looking men, but and I'm not taking that out because there's good looking men everywhere, but some of the best. We age very well, right? We're all probably older black men, and then on
Yeah.
top of that, we're because of a byproduct of slavery is that we were bred. So we're the biggest men on the planet. We were bred to be biggest on, and additionally, we're the nicest. If you compare us to the Arab man, the Asian man, the Hispanic man, the doggone even white men that are married to white women, if you compare us to them, like we're extremely nice. Like we put up with a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So and
Mm-hmm.
other women see that too. They see it and they say stuff about it. They be like, man, y'all are some handsome men. Y'all are nice men,
And
and
not
they
only
know.
nice though, we put up with a lot of shit too.
we put up with a lot of shit,
We
man.
Hey,
put
because
up with
I've lived around Mexicans and whites and all kind of different races. I've seen how they treat their women. They treat their women like with an iron fist type shit.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. With you being in Houston, I know that the Mexican population is next door, across the street, around the corner.
I'm in an all Mexican neighborhood right now.
Exactly. Exactly. I got my
yeah,
boy
yeah.
Jay
And,
Scott in
and
the
the
building.
brother
Jay
man, I
Scott,
can
what
see
up,
his
boy?
statement.
He said,
Corey
"What up,
Jones.
fellas?
Read
That's
it
why
out. Read it out.
Passport Bros is a thing now." That's it. And the first place I heard of Passport Bros is to this brother to my left. You got to
Listen,
go over one to my other left. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Laris was the first one really putting that on before everybody jumped on it and they started attacking it and oh these weak black men. No. My
no,
brother
they're not
explained it.
weak. They just want peace. I
Right,
mean,
but
black.
if you look at the women who were going so headstrong about it, could you find peace with these women?
Hell
Seriously.
no.
Man, go on my page, and I'm telling you because, like I told a young lady earlier,
What up,
I
Jones?
said
Big
I
shouts
said
out,
the
man.
thing is that they view it as an insecurity, but it's not an insecurity. It's really not that. It's black men catch more hell out in the world than everybody else in America. So when they come inside house, they don't want to fight with nobody.
Really don't.
Nobody catches more. And I mean, she said, "Well, black women, we catch hell out here. You don't think it's just as bad?" I said, "It's nowhere near as bad. It can't be because when we get
Ooh, boy, Hodges, them
we're
was
gonna be
fighting
killed,
words, wasn't it?
huh?"
Them was fighting words, weren't they?
Look, this
You
it's
told a
no
black,
way.
I mean, you told a black woman that.
Yeah, I said we could. It's
I'm
no,
glad
it's
you,
no, it's
I'm
just
glad
not.
you
It's
made it
not even
out, G.
close. You could be as a black man. I was talking to a white lady that's a friend of mine. I consider me and her like Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. And she said something. We laugh at our differences because the black man and the white woman are the polar opposites in society
Oh,
of
very much
privilege
so.
versus non-privilege.
A white
And
woman would have got a black man cooked
nothing
just
moves
by a
this country
word.
like the tears of a white woman. And so she said to me, she's like, yeah, when I get pulled over by the police, this is scary. My heart drops into my stomach. Lady told me, Agony, and my brother's music, she said, yeah, I be thinking the same thing. Like, man, my insurance is gonna go up and my husband is gonna be mad. I'm like, nah,
Huh?
I
Nah,
don't
that
know.
ain't.
I don't
that
know if
That
ain't
I'm
ain't.
what
gonna
I'm
make it
thinking.
home. If I see them blue lights in my mirror, I don't know if I'm making it home. Whether I'm gonna be on a t-shirt
Oh, if
or
I'm
trying to
making it
call
home,
for bail money.
I'm gonna be on a t-shirt trying to call for bail money. Let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you what I did when I was living in the A and I went to jail in Lithonia. No, when I went to Gwinnett County Jail, they pulled me over for a broken tail light. Right, soon as they hit the lights, bro, this man got behind me. You know what I did? I automatically pulled over and stuck my hands out the window, bro, and let them see my palms. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's how bad. That's how bad it is. That
the
man
thing
walked up to
is,
the car. That man walked up to the car. The man say, "Man, put your hands back in the car, man. You all right?"
when
The
I
thing
get
is, when
pulled
I
over
get
here, and
pulled
I
over
taught my
here, now
son this: w- have your
Yo,
have
license
your
in your
license in
hand
your hand.
and stick your hands
Stick
out the
your hands
window
out the
like
window
this,
like
with your license in between
license in
two
between
fingers,
two fingers,
like this.
like this.
Yeah, make
Yeah,
sure they
make
see
sure they
everything.
every.
listen, man,
Listen,
that's
man,
real
that's
talk,
real
man. I
talk,
did
man. I
several
did several
stays in
things.
the fabulous Fulton County
Fulton
Resort
County
down
Resort.
there, right? I can tell you,
I
man,
can tell
if
you,
I
man,
didn't have
if I
OG
didn't have OG
status,
status,
I don't know.
I don't know.
That
That
band,
that band,
that
that
band that I
band
have
that I have,
protection, because they
yeah,
looking
because
at
they
me, they
looking
don't
at
know,
me,
and
they
I
don't
go in
know,
there
and I go
half
in there
high and
half
drunk
high
anyway
and drunk
every
anyway.
time. So they don't know
So they
nothing.
don't
So
know
you know what?
nothing.
I'm
So
just
you know
gonna
what?
leave
I'm
them
just gonna
alone.
leave it alone. Hey, that
Oh
goes back
yeah.
to what I was saying yesterday, though. I made a YouTube video, right, and I was basically speaking up on the DJ Academics and Saucy Santana beef, and Queen Latifah spoke up and said something similar to the effect of he's something to the similar to the effect of he's scared of Saucy Santana, scared to say what he wants to say to him. But when it comes to black women, he says some of the most outrageous and vile shit. And she was like, that goes to show you what Malcolm X said was true. The black woman is the most disrespected and unloved in the world. And I was like, okay. And I had to break it down. And I was like, okay, that's true to an extent. I was like, but I think the black man is hated more. And I broke it down why. I say I don't know too many black women who went to jail and the laws have just slapped a dope case on them for nothing just because they don't like them. Or I don't know too many women who've been, it happens, but I don't know too many women who've been handcuffed and beat up by the police. But I know a gang of black men who have. I went to jail one time for 8 months for a fake dope case for the laws lying and said I had a rock.
Right.
So I'm like,
I've been thrown on the hood of the car. You know what I'm saying? Hot ass car, all that shit, man, cuffed and. I mean, about that, it was a warrant from another county, and they never sent it to. Fulton didn't send it to the cab. So I had to spend the night in the cab just until they faxed the damn release over. You don't get no money for that. Your night ruined, your car is real shit.
At least they can do is reimburse.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that.
Hell no.
I already know.
I spent the extra night because they didn't want to push mine through. They wanted me and my head count that next morning.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah. So it's one thing about it. Black women can say that they're hated. They can say that, and what is scary when we get into this Joe Smith thing is that there are eligible straight black men to marry than it is straight black women to marry. But black men are more married than black women. Every nationality wants black men. And it's only gonna get worse because it hurts me to have a wonderful black mother. It hurts me so bad, man. But they not gonna change. They're not gonna change. There's no men left.
Hey, but shit, from what I'm reading and from what I've been seeing in the United States, black women outnumber the black man by double. So that basically had let me know that there's a lot of women out here sleeping with the same man.
They are.
Hey, when you put it like that.
I analyzed, I looked at that shit, I say, what does it tell you? And I just thought about it. I say, man, so it got to be a lot of them sleeping with the same goddamn man, especially if it's a high value man. You know what I'm saying?
My brother.
But at the same time, he's a high value man. He can do that.
You know, true that, because when you're a high value man, you have options.
Well, my brother, I'll tell you, we went to a Halloween party, and it was me and two other guys, and I had a girl. And when she walked off, women would come and approach me, and they approach the other guys. Now, I've seen a guy kissing two different women at that was lit. And one guy left two women going to his house. And it was a bunch of beta men walking around. And they wouldn't even looking at you. See what I'm saying? They would rather scare a real man than take a less than.
But that's real though, man. Like, it's one of those type things where if nothing else, the woman's gonna recognize where the man is.
That's what I was just about to say. They know a real man when they see a real man.
Right. And the thing is, like, this pairing right now isn't an accident. Y'all brothers are from two totally different sides, but at the same time speak the same language. So I was just like, well, shit. Laris hit me. Groove hit me. Why make this two different shows when I got two brothers speaking the same language?
Oh yeah.
Hodges,
now that shit
over there.
Now that shit tripped me out. The shit about Joe Smith, I don't know the whole story, but that shit tripped me out when I seen some of it.
It was disrespectful on another level. Hodges, you gonna speak on that Joe Smith thing, man? Because that was. Oh, never mind. Guess he ain't.
So from what I seen, he was hot at her because she had an OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. But when I start digging into it a little bit, I come to find out that she's an ex-porn star. Mm-hmm. when she met him, she didn't know he was a basketball player, so she wasn't taking him serious. But when she found out that he was a somebody, she
But
latched
did
on.
she really not take him serious though? She knew that man played in the league. The
Yeah,
thing was, she couldn't snatch a Carmelo Anthony, so she got a Joe
yeah.
Smith.
But check it out though. This is where I see it though. She found out she had an NBA player. She was like, okay, I'm for the latch on to this nigga, and I'm good for life. But then that nigga started having financial problems, and she realized it wasn't gravy.
Because he was a Joe Smith. He wasn't a D Wade.
But that comes to let you know though. That comes to let you know. How many men have you ever heard say, "Man, I left that bitch because she ain't had no money or no job." You rarely hear that from a man, but you hear that from a lot of women. You'll hear that from a lot of women. Oh, the nigga wasn't stable. He lost his job. He ain't had no job for this certain amount of time, so I left him. This shit crazy, man.
Is that Agony? Is that better?
No, it's actually worse, but we're gonna move on. Oh yeah, this echo effect is horrible. But you know what that means? More people need to hear it.
Yeah.
We get into the real topic. I don't mind setting my
Are your earpods disconnected? Oh, damn it. Everything disconnected now. But yeah, but the thing is, you can't tell me she didn't know he was a ball player. She just felt like if nothing else, because what's the league minimum? League minimum for the NBA is what, like
I think
3
it's
mil?
no. I thought it was less. I thought it was like 500,000.
At one time it was. I think it's gone up, and it might be something like 1.3 at this point.
Yeah.
She saw him coming through the tunnel and thought he was a mark. And the thing was, he Joe Smith. So it ain't like he just catching the bad ones in the club. Because truthfully, I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched the NBA. I can't even tell you what team he played for.
I remember he played for the Hawks, if I'm not mistaken. That's about it.
And you know the bad part is, I live here.
That's all I can remember is the Atlanta Hawks.
I don't even remember Joe Smith. Like, that's crazy.
That was some years ago.
Exactly. But so that just proves right there, it was a spot him got him type situation. She was like, look, he at the bottom of the bench. You know what I'm saying? She's turning 30. So she's not catching them young bucks. And so yeah, she called Joe Smith.
No, I think she was about to turn 40 when she met that nigga.
Case in point. Oh, she had been ran the table at that point. Oh look, he played for Cleveland for a second.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I had to pull him up. Oh shit, Joe. He played for 12 teams in 16 careers. So he was a whole journeyman out here.
Yeah. He probably never stayed on the team no longer than 2 seasons.
That's what I'm saying. He played at Maryland. Go Terrapins. All right, he got drafted by Golden State in 95. Okay, let's just stop right there. If you look at draft classes, 95 and 96 were probably the best 2 draft classes. Because we're talking about Stephon Marbury. We're talking about Kobe Bryant. We're talking about
Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki.
Steve Nash, Dirk. Did I say Ray Allen yet?
Ray was, huh?
Yeah, Ray Allen came out the same year Kobe did.
KG.
KG came out the year before Kobe. T-Mac came out with Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got drafted 95, 96, and you weren't the guy, well, you're just some guy at this point.
Hey, but I'll take that low guy salary in the NBA though.
I would have to agree with that as well. Yeah, he only stayed with the Sixers for a year. Timberwolves for a full season. Played for the Pistons, T-Wolves, the Bucks. 06 he played for the Nuggets. He went back to the Sixers. Played for the Bulls in 07, 08. And then in 08 he played for Cleveland. And then also in 08 he played for Oklahoma City. And then in 09 he played for the Cavs. 09 and 2010 is when he came to the Hawks. 2010, he also played for New Jersey. And in 2010, he also played for the Lakers.
Damn.
Right. He was a journeyman.
Am I back here?
Yeah, you here.
I don't know. Is that me? I cut my phone off and cut it back on. Is it still me?
Oh no.
Yeah,
We'll
you back
figure
on.
it out.
I'm saying with the echo. You heard me? I cut it on and cut it off.
It might be me.
All right. Okay. All right. So here's what I'll say is, again, I think that it boils down to what we talked about to the ability or non-ability to make adjustments. Now, what she said in the video was that she started all of these businesses, and then she did OnlyFans. So if she did OnlyFans, then that means that all the other businesses work. And what she said is that his business didn't work. But he had one business as a ball player, and she had several businesses that didn't work. So she started selling dildoing herself online. That shit is completely unacceptable.
Shit, they say he had made a whole bunch of bad investments. That's why he was having financial trouble.
I mean,
he probably did, but the question is, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, I was in a barber shop, man, and when I talked to I put that post up to a bunch of black men about moving back to our local hood. The men were on board. It was the women who were not on board with the idea. It's like they don't want to change their lifestyle. Anytime somebody doesn't want to change their lifestyle, then that means they're willing to do whatever they have to do for money. And if they just come to God and regroup and get maybe downsize, maybe we don't need a mansion anymore. Maybe we need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath townhome. So any guy that was in the NBA, you can't tell me that he can't land a coaching job at a high school. Let me tell you something. There's no excuse for that. And I am not, as a man, I would never tolerate that. And I would never encourage any other men to tolerate that type of behavior. That shit is completely unacceptable on your body.
Yeah, because you basically showing you basically showing off what I gotta lay with and touch on every night for the rest of my life. You showing off what's supposed to be for my eyes. You know what I'm saying, basically.
Right. And to your point, brother from Houston, people said, well, she was a porn star. And it was women who said, well, she was a porn star. But see, here's the thing. Are you saying that women can't change? Because there's two different types of people in this world. There were the people who got caught and the people who didn't.
Yep, true.
So are we saying is a statement that we can't change? Is that what we're saying? Because I need to know. Because then that way, if you, I need to ask body count if I did, right? Because then I can say, oh, well, you can't change.
So basically, you asking. So basically, this is how I'm getting it. Basically, I'm finna say it like Daz and Corrupt. Basically, you saying can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife?
We did,
man. But did we not have that conversation about is it worth it to try to make? Is it worth it?
I don't think that anybody can turn anybody into anything. And I renew my position on that. I think that people can decide that they want to change. I don't think you can change anybody. But the real question is, if a woman says, "Oh, she was a porn star when you met her," then you need to definitively make a statement for all women and say, "No, women can't change." Because the moment that you say that, you fuck all of y'all.
Oh man.
All of y'all
I,
fuck.
I'm serious, but that's just, but that was like her saying that I was a hoe when you met me. That's the only thing she didn't say.
Yeah.
So
Because she
why
said
is you surprised that I'm on OnlyFans when I was out here goddamn selling ass to on videotape?
she said it on the video when she made the. Well, I seen something. I was watching something yesterday when she was having an interview or something. And she said it. She was like, you knew I was a porn star. You know I'm an ex. You know I was an ex porn star. I was like, damn, bitch, no respect.
But see, the problem
Take
with that
that
is
back
that
though.
I would rather, just much like myself as a guy who's had multiple women in my life, I would rather get with a woman that's about 32 or older. That now, I'm not saying that she's a straight up hoe, but I'm saying that to think in this day and age that you're not gonna find women in the United States that don't have that anything you can do, I can do better mentality, and they've gone through promiscuity. I don't even ask them. You know, so we have to be realistic, and what I'm saying by that is to say I would rather find somebody who's tired of living like that and has made a conscious decision, as opposed to somebody who's always been wholesome, because I just don't think you're gonna find it.
Yeah, that's a strong statement.
Mm-hmm.
Strong statement.
I mean, but when you catch it, should be when you catch them in them early 30s, maybe even mid 30s, you should have got that whole phase out your system by now.
Correct.
You
Shit,
should.
I feel like shit. But why? This just me. It's just me. But I'm like shit. Why I gotta wait for you to? It would sound better if I was still in my 20s or 30s. But like shit, why I gotta wait for you to get your whole phase out the way? Why I gotta wait till you ran through and got decimated and destroyed before you ready to sit down with a nigga?
First of all, you said decimated and destroyed.
Well, part of the problem is that I think that my personal opinion is that first and foremost, I'm not a Christian. I like to say that, make that very clear.
I'm not either, brother.
Because I think you understand, my brother. There is a lot of hypocrisy in that, and there's a lot of what you're taught that's wrong. And when the idea, like, they're not, people are not honest. They say abstain. Girls been doing stuff, and so they're used to learning how to lie. Society has taught them that to be a better liar for the appearance. And most Christian ministers are full of shit anyway. I mean, they are some of the biggest fucking liars that you will ever find on this planet. And they are some of the weakest fucking men that you will ever find on this planet.
I can agree.
I mean, I'm telling you, I've never seen a man more scary than most of these Christian ministers. The contradiction is in everything that they do. They talk about how they serve a big bad God, or this, that, and the third, but they run from every fucking thing. That is just incredible to me. You know, the student of Islam. You know, so I'm saying that to say they run from everything. They can't be direct. And now they're teaching a generation of people to be undirect. They're teaching you can't talk to your children about sex because you're teaching them to abstain, but you did the same shit. You know, and so what's happening is we're not being trained, because the truth will set you free, as Yeshua said in the Bible. So when we get to the very premise for which something is built on is faulty in a calculus equation, then everything else is going to be faulty that comes from it. Every derivative that comes from it is a lie. And so these women that I'm telling you, man, let me tell you something. I dated a stripper. She probably was more honest than a regular woman. Now that sounds crazy. But when you're around people hitting on you all the time, you don't want to deal with that. If I worked at a seafood restaurant or a chicken spot, I don't want to eat chicken. I don't want seafood. they're probably more like that, and they can see through more bullshit quicker than the regular woman think that it's okay, man. And oh, I'm a career woman. If I want to sleep with somebody, I want to sleep with. That's how you gonna get left, and then you'll never be the same. Man told me in a barbershop, I'm conservative, very intelligent older man, 57 years old, said, "Man, I'd rather wait till my woman figures it out before I get in bed with the white man." And I said, let me say something to you. First and foremost, if you see a black face on a Democratic candidate, that's still a white face too. But while we're talking,
True, true. Hey, Hodges, hold that thought
say
right
nothing
quick.
because you don't trust them.
Hodges, hold that
The
thought. Is
president
anybody
trusted
got the live up right now?
was a black man. All right, so I'm gonna come back to that at another time. I mean, he fucked us royal.
You say what? You say what?
The
Hold up,
president
Hodges.
fucked us
Does
the
any one of y'all
hardest,
have
and
the
he said
live
he was a
up
black
on a
man.
different screen right now?
And so, and all right,
I'm trying to find this
we'll get
echo.
to it. But here's my point: when you see a black face on a politician, they didn't get there on their own. A white person's looking at them. And
Oh
so,
yeah.
when he said, "I'd rather wait until I got with I'd rather wrestle with my women until they figure it out versus getting in bed with a white man." I said, well, let me ask you this. I said, black women will figure it out, but I said, how many of y'all gonna go down on your woman after she done went and slept with somebody else and figured it out that you the better man? You can hear a feather dropping down.
They ain't want to hear
You see
that.
what I'm saying? Some things we don't have time to wait to figure out because this is serious. And so I'm saying that to say that when they send black politicians into our neighborhood, black ministers into our neighborhood, they're not there for us. They're there to serve an agenda because we can't see past color. So our automatic thought pattern is that they're on our side. How can you sign, as President Obama signed the DARK Act? You can look it up. Deny Americans the right to know, and you know that your people die the most from diabetes, heart disease, hypertension. Deny Americans the right to know what's in their food. Okay. Number two, the Affordable Care Act on its face looked like, oh, all these black people were getting health care. It looked like that. I cheered too. Till I found out that it was just a way for pharmaceutical companies to keep you on Western medicine for the rest of your life. Look it up.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
But you know what? They know there's like, you know what? And they use things like in Chicago right now, Agony, they're fighting against the mayor up there. But y'all voted Democratic, and that's okay. That's your choice. I don't want you
Is that Lightfoot?
But they keep the borders open, and now them people get up there. But what they use that word racism. They use the word racism. Like, oh, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act is that. What about people who can't get an ID? That's racist. But what that means is that illegal immigrants can vote. And who the hell do you think they're gonna vote for? They're gonna vote for the people that are letting in the damn country, so they can keep them in power. That's what the Voting Rights Act is about not having an ID so the illegal immigrants can vote, and then they're gonna vote for who lets them into the country. And then what's happening is that you're telling women at the same time that abortion is a genocide is a legal right. So you're eradicating your numbers, so you're gonna be drowned out as a voting bloc too at the same time.
Hodges, you got the show pulled up over there?
Huh?
Do you
Yeah,
have the show like pulled up? Your echo is actually the loudest.
they saying it's hard to hear you speak because this echo makes it hard to understand you.
I had cut it off. Hold on.
Did you disconnect your headpiece?
Yeah, I did. I cut it off and cut it back on. It's probably because it's such a powerful show. That's why I'm probably having a problem. They probably done got in there, mixed it up, and echoed it damn. So,
Ain't no damn
this is
mic check. Okay, I actually hear me too. So I don't know what it is.
Motherfucking
Can
feds.
y'all hear me now?
Hodges, where you at?
Yeah.
We gotta figure out how to. We gonna.
I see. That's
don't
what's
even know.
crazy.
This is
Groove
a
ain't got no
powerful
echo. But
so I definitely think that that women do need to know, and I still don't think it's but I think that men need to pick women who are what they want and not what they can settle for. Because when you buy that new car a lot that you really want, you're gonna maintain it. Because you want to every time you get up in the morning, you want to be happy about what you see. And you'll maintain what you really love. Then that will stop the domino effect of the hurt and some of the baggage, because at the end of the night, you can just knock you off something that you and as a result of that, these women's are getting their feelings hurt, and they're turning a certain way. They're thinking that it's okay to think that they're men, not men. And they don't know that the way that they respond to things, what they do, is the very thing that's going to lead them out in the cold, because men are not going to accept, not right now. Men who are the thing is, there are doormats that will take a cheating woman, that will take a woman who exposes their body. But the thing is that they don't even want them in.
that's real. That's real when it comes down to it. We're gonna go ahead and tie a bow on this one for the night. Fellas, let these folks know how they can find you if you want to be found. You know what I'm saying? Let them know what you got going on. All the above.
Shit. Like I say, I'm Sean Groove. Y'all see the name right there. Y'all just look it up on Facebook, look it up on YouTube. Shit, it'll come up. Shit, Street Culture Entertainment, man.
Yeah, and I'm Laris Hodges. You can, they know me and that stuff. But I will say this, and it's LarisHodges. I would even suggest, man, that we might pick this back up tomorrow, man. We get clear vibe.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We're gonna work the technical shit out with this one, because it's a lot got missed tonight.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, y'all know where to find me, man. Dope Enterprise on Facebook, Dope Enterprise on YouTube, Dope.Enterprise on IG. And where you can find me at, it'll be right here about the same time tomorrow night, man. So don't get lost, because we're gonna be right here. As I end every show, invitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. I am DJ Agony. That's my boy Groove. On the other side, that's my boy Hodges. And we out. Peace.